Okay guys, so obviously you read the title correctly. This isn't just a theory video. I know basically every year, I feel like the past 3 years now, it's been the same scenario where it's like, okay guys, this year it's definitely going to be World War II. You know, it's definitely going to be the old boots on ground, Vietnam, World War II, World War I style Call of Duty, and it's not every single year. It's advanced movement every single year. And this time is actually a bit different. So just to sort of give you guys some background information as to what this is about, Charlie Intel just tweeted a couple of different stuff. Apparently, this is the actual article title. Rumor, artwork suggests COD 2017 will be called Call of Duty World War II, and there's a bunch of different images. Again, I don't know if I want to show them up on screen because if it is real, then oh man, you know, I'd get destroyed by Activision. But if it's not real, then I sort of seem like an idiot. I'll decide what the deal is there. Again, all the links are in the description below. I probably put it in the thumbnail regardless, so you sort of saw what it looks like. But we'll be explaining that. We'll be going through this leak, and we'll be really seeing if this is real, what it makes sense, and why it actually makes sense. Because like I said, this year a lot different because we already have confirmation. Again, I'll be talking about this, but we already have confirmation that, you know, Sledgehammer Games this year, making the Call of Duty, will be doing boots on the ground, which is pretty ironic considering they were the first ones to create the exosuit and create the exo boost movement jump, but they're also going to be the first ones to bring us back to World War II. I mean, we haven't been to World War II in over 5 years or something like that. It's been crazy. It's been Modern Warfare. Even Black Ops 2 is pretty futuristic, and all these different games have been either modern or futuristic. We haven't been this far back in a while. So again, I will be going through this stuff, talking about why it could be real, but again, why it could be fake, because there are a lot of things that just play right into the agenda and just play right into people just looking at this thinking like, oh wow, World War II, this has to be real because I want it to be real. You know, sometimes people think like that. But again, let's go through the link. Let's see what it's all about. If you can leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. If we can go for 200 likes, that'd be pretty cool. And let's get started. So again, also leave your opinions below on this. I probably will make different videos talking about this, doing different theories, maybe not based off this leak, but based off the idea of World War II in COD, because like I said, this year, out of all of the other years, past couple of years that we've been seeing COD releases and COD announcements, this year's the one where it really is possible, like it actually is possible now that we could see a World War II, or at least an older COD. It is. They already confirmed boots on the ground. They already know how these games are just plummeting. The sales are plummeting. Infinite Warfare, probably one of the worst games just ever. The trailer, man. The trailer has more dislikes than a goddamn Hitler freaking speech. Like, it's crazy. So they understand that, and they're probably looking at this and thinking, okay, we need to change Sledgehammer Games. You see the tweets that they've been tweeting, Michael Condrey, and all these different guys, boots on ground. They've been tweeting boots out, so we know that. That's solidified. We know it's going to be at least not futuristic. I think a problem that people had was like, oh, maybe it's going to be, you know, boots on ground, but still futuristic. You know, they can still do that. So that's a bit of a worry there. But again, let's go talk about the World War II thing. So I guess I'll just look at the images first. Again, whether or not I put them up on screen, they're in the description if you want to check them out. They're pretty cool. You know, you have the Call of Duty World War II in, I guess, somewhat of a similar font. I'll just put the logo up on screen for you guys. It's somewhat of a similar font to that of Advanced Warfare. Maybe I'll put the Advanced Warfare logo side by side there. It's like the same yellowish tile thing, and I don't know, it seems similar to me. And then you see these guys, like, you know, all huddled up in this battleground, like sort of, you know, dead no man's land area, like dead zone, and they're all just like battled up along this line, and it looks pretty cool. It has this World War II feel to it. You know, you have different casing down here. It's just different box art. The problem is, I don't know why they have different box images for all these different things. Usually when they have, like, you know, like the legendary case where you have the normal game where it comes in the normal case, and then you also have like this like really cool like hard covered case. They don't have multiple images and different cases for all these different things like this. There's like 4 different images 4 different box arts for the hardcover cases that you would get with like the hardened edition. If you guys remember like the hardened edition from the old Call of Duties, I don't think they did with Black Ops 3, but like a lot of the old Call of Duties, like Black Ops 2, Ghost, and all that stuff, they had the hardened editions. There was only one image on it. There was only one type of the hardened edition. So that's already one thing where it's just like, okay, maybe just some guy again just made a World War II poster. He put some guys on it. And then also the box arts, there aren't multiple box arts. There's usually just one box art for the regular box, for the regular case, and then there's one box art for like the hardcover case. That's really it. The thing is though, you know, Charlie and Intel, they've been doing different stuff. They also said it doesn't really match up with anything. It doesn't match up with stuff they've seen. So it's not like someone just looked up World War II and they just put it on this image and made a Call of Duty logo. It's not like someone did that. So it looks like it's a bit more in-depth, and it's something that you actually have to try to do. And again, you know, this is around the time of the year where we're going to see a lot of these leaks, but we got to take them a bit more seriously. Again, just because of the fact that World War II, despite if this is real or not, despite if this poster is real, it really is probably going to happen. There's such a good chance, especially because of Call of Duty. There's money on the line. Now, we've made this argument with DLC 5. DLC 5 is a bit of an interesting thing because it's like this crazy, it's almost a meme at this point. And when you think about a meme, you don't think of it being an actual true thing. You know, it's not like, oh, this meme's gonna come to life. This is gonna be an actual thing that we have to take seriously. The DLC 5 is a freaking meme in the zombies community. If DLC 5 actually released, that'd be insane, but we would have to take it seriously and we would have so much fun. It would be crazy. But World War II, there's a bit more on the line. Activision, they can do without DLC 5. I think obviously it would bring them so much revenue, and that's what they're worried about. You can tell they're worried about revenue because they have supply drops. If they didn't care about revenue, they wouldn't be putting in supply drops with all the different guns and stuff, and you have to buy them. They wouldn't be doing that, but they do care about revenue, so DLC 5 makes sense. But if they're not doing that, you want to know something that's even more likely than DLC 5, almost certain than DLC 5, the setting of the next Call of Duty, already confirmed to be boots on ground. But now that we're getting these different leaks, and now that we're getting these different hints at an older setting, at, you know, the first leak here, probably of many leaks, you know, the first leak here signifying a World War II setting, which is completely possible. It's just that, completely possible. It's gonna happen. It seems as if at this point, maybe I'll go back to last year for a second, because I remember the whole space sort of theme was being leaked, and I know Biblical Reaper, he gets a lot of flack for this, but he did leak that Infinite Warfare, or, you know, Infinity Ward's new Call of Duty, it was going to be in space, like back in January of last year. He had the videos. You could, if you, those were videos that were up, and obviously we got the leaks that would be space, and people are just like, these are fake, it's not going to be space, why would it be space, that makes no sense, and the leaks kept on coming, space, and it turned out to be space. Now, this here, we already have confirmation that's boots on ground. We're getting our first leak, which is World War II. Now, if we continue to get World War II leaks, I don't know, man. It's pretty interesting. We'll have to see. The same thing happened last year with space. People didn't believe it. People are just like, there's no way they would do space, and they did space. If they continue with this, oh man, it's gonna get very interesting, man. It's gonna get very interesting. I do want to make different videos with a World War II Call of Duty, because it does give us some sort of problem. Obviously, people can just continue to make fake leaked images and continue to make them World War II. They can completely debunk what I just said, you know? We can just see a whole string of World War II leaked images, and it's just like, oh, those are all fake, and then it turns out to be just nothing as what we thought it would be, and that would suck. But again, like I said, this year, very possible. Now, moving through, if there's anything else I really want to go through, it would be the actual setting itself, because maybe World War II isn't exactly the best thing. I feel like with Call of Duty, they understand that we want to go back. They understand we want the original COD. But the problem is, World War II, it's just, there's just something about World War II that limits the developers. And I guess Battlefield 1 is a really good example to take this, because Battlefield 1, you're going World War 1. There's not a lot of stuff to take at from World War 1. Like, a lot of the guns are underdeveloped. There are a lot of, like, you know, normal grade weapons, really old weapons, not a lot of variety, not a lot of advancement, cool things you can do, you know. So it's hard to work with that technology, that era of guns, weaponry, and all that insane stuff. So with Call of Duty World War II, it's like you really have to perfect what you have. Like, you have to take the MP40 and make it a solid gun, because you don't have a lot to work with. Like, if they had DLC weapons for World War II COD, they better not be putting in futuristic weapons for a World War II Call of Duty. And that just made no sense. So think about it again. They're gonna have to throw in all different weapons. World War II COD as well. Think about World War II. A lot of the guns were really similar. Like, if you think about a futuristic Call of Duty, you can have all these different crazy guns. But with World War II, there's certain models, certain types, and that's it. So, not that I want that. I think you guys, hopefully you guys don't get the wrong idea. I want that. I want a gritty, real COD. But for Activision, for Sledgehammer Games, it's hard for them to work with. So, that's why I think maybe they're not going to be able to pull it off, and maybe they're not going to do World War II specifically because there's not a lot for them to work with. Now, we would agree that that's not the case, that there is a lot to work with, and you can do insane things, just like what Battlefield 1 did with World War I as their setting. But for them, I feel like, in their perspective, it might be hard. I will be making more videos on this. I do want to talk about this more. Just want to bring you guys this video. So yeah, leave a like if you're watching at the end of this video. Leave a comment below World War II if you're at the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.